And hello, everyone. I'm Dan Lutz, and welcome to the Frontlines. In the battle against the deep state, the cabal, the Illuminonkeys, and all those that wish to enslave all of humanity for their own selfish reasons. Another day has come. So there's so much going on. Obviously, we're prepared for a big bomb to be dropped. We'll get into that in a moment. On the housekeeping side of things, I have received another donation because this program is brought to you by your donations. Since this lockdown of the world happened, I have only been able to survive by way of your kindness. So I thank you for everything. Will continue to do my part. My donation link is down below, so please, if you go ahead and donate. I received $20 yesterday, so again, thank you very much for that. Let's see. Also, I had recorded a meeting for it's a faux meeting for the California Assembly. I have not had any time to do any editing or the other after meeting that we kind of had and talked about. There's a lot of good energy in that, so I wanted to show what fun you can have joining the assembly. So I just had not slept the night before, and so after that I did not do any work after yesterday's meeting at all. So, but I will get on doing the editing later today, and I'll be posting those later today. Also, I want to make another kind of an announcement. X22 report has been, I guess, sanctioned by YouTube. They are not allowed to post for a number of days. Now, he got some sort of strike that they didn't like what was in his message. So he has announced that he's doing his own video server that will cost, I guess, $30 a year to have access, where he will be posting all of his videos. The free content is still available, right, on, say, BitChute, and he has some other spots, but I use the BitChute one. I went and I watched his video for today. So that's so if you were looking for his videos, which I highly encourage. He's getting up to almost 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I think that's why they're going to be going after him at this point, is because they don't want him to get to that 1 million mark. Because once you get to the 1 million mark, suddenly you get to 2 million. It's kind of like magic. So they're going to try and slow him down a bit. But his stuff is excellent reporting. So in that, he gave a report that was about how the top tier banks were doing money laundering for the deep state, over $2 trillion. And he mentioned about 5 banks: HSBC, Chase, Mellon. There's 2 others as well. Deutsche Bank. And I forget what the other one is. But so these particular banks are going to be investigated, looks like, and there's some leaked information's come out about that. So that's what he was covering. So some touchy information, right? Okay, so well, again, welcome to the show. I have also I made a Zoom link for this particular broadcast. I just posted it in the Where We Go One We Go All Telegram group. If you'd like to come on and just talk and ask some questions, or put your 2 cents in, I have the cameras shut off. It will be audio only, and the reason is my particular computer system is not capable of running Zoom and broadcasting video and live streaming. There tends to be problems with that. So, but no problem with you coming on with just audio. So that link is there. I've also posted it in the chat here, so you're welcome to jump on, and it will bring you right on. And you can interrupt me talking no problem, because I might not see that you jumped on. I may hear it, I may not, but just make yourself known when you come on and say hello. Also, I guess one other housekeeping. I was going to have Wits Ministries come on again on Monday, but Monday was had a lot of stuff going on, and I'd not slept, and so I actually forgot to even inform him that I wasn't going to be able to do the program with him yesterday. But that's okay. We will reschedule, and so we're looking for that. We were going to discuss some of the anti-gravity ships that were developed for the U.S. military and other things. So it'll be interesting how we come about that. All right. So let me go ahead and line up. First, we're in the post that we're the 17 NES update that we're going to do is fairly short because there's only one posting. So let me go ahead and show that to you. It's a 4740, and there only has one link, and that link goes to here. This is a video on military.com, and I'm just going to go ahead and play it. It's only a minute long. This is a B-1 stealth bomber, and there it goes. It's rolling now. Just kind of floating around. Got some nice little flash of lights that go off of the tail. Oh, look what's coming out. Looks like a bomb is being dropped. And the tail deploys and off it goes. Oh, and look, another one. Another one's dropping. Interesting. So now what happens? So we're going to see. Oh, look. It lands. Wow, it goes right into the earth, subterranean. And then what happens after it gets down there a bit? Then it explodes. So it gets to where it needs to go, right? Like sometimes called those bunker busters. So, and, oh, I'm sorry, it's a B-2 stealth bomber. There we go, drops massive ordnance penetrator. So this is what we're being shown to look at. So what does that mean? All right, now again, that's it. Now I am on the letter 17 alerts.app. So if you want to take a look. So that is really the only thing that we're being shown right now. So why are we being shown a B-2 bomber dropping 2 bombs? Just curious. I don't know if 2 bombs is really the whole point, but it is something that is put together to show that there is some stealth bombs going to be going off. We were told this date starting now, right, and for the next 4 days. So what are the bombs? What could it be? Well, is it what happened to X-22 and the talking about the banks? It could be. Could be. Well, let me line up this next thing here. So we've got a lot that could be happening. Now we know that on the scene, it looks like I hear someone that's joined. Hello. Oh, Scott is there, and so is JD. So you're welcome to start the conversation. Just let me know. All right, so let me go back over. So we line this up. Here we go. We've got New Yorkers painted a massive stretch of Brooklyn blacktop with a yellow message starting with the letter F, ending with K, and then Cuomo and de Blasio. So here's a video showing it. Now, I don't know if this quite qualifies as a bomb, but it does. This kind of protest is the kind of stuff that we're going to see more of because people are getting upset with what's going on there. All right, so let me jump over to here now. Well, this is in Canada. This is over 70,000 Canadians marching and chanting USA and holding Trump and American flags. Well, isn't that interesting?
Yo, they're chanting USA. What the fuck? Why are they catching up to the flags? President Trump, if you were running here, I think you would be elected. And this is Canada.
Okay, so I would know. I would say that this is unique, right, for Canada. I used to kid with my Canadian friend, and I would call her. So I would say she's living in the northern states of America, right? So it's just like America Light or something like that. But just joking around. When I didn't include the French Canadian side, that's completely different, obviously. So again, I was just joking around, but not something you would normally see is signs and a chance of 70,000 people to support Trump in Canada. Now, does that qualify as a bomb? I don't know. This doesn't quite get there yet. Okay, let's take a look at this. Another Twitter account, and this is from Brian G. Powers, MS. Arson arrest map pretty much destroys the narrative of drought and lightning, and these are just the ones that they caught, the tip of the iceberg. So up and down the state, arson, right? This is coordinated, right? There's even over here into she can't quite tell what state that is, but it's all over the place that they're doing this. Yeah. So, but does this qualify as a bomb? No, it's not major, not a major reveal in any way. But we can tell that their narrative is blown, right? Completely blown. If you remember, I showed you a map showing the amount of thunderstorms, right? And where they all are centered at. And it was all out of Florida and kind of like peaking in Florida. And as you went east, from the east to the west, there was less and less thunderstorms, which meant less and less lightning. And so you get to California where there were none. And California is again dried out, right? So no storms, right? But a lot of heat. Why all this heat? I'm curious, right? So you start thinking, well, what is it? What is it that may be doing this that's causing this to happen? So let me see if I try to close that. Right. Well, let me go over here to the live streaming for a moment. Let's see, we got 26 viewing. Any comments so far? Just some hellos. So there's Lisa saying hello, and Hyperdrive saying hello guys. And we've got some people on Zoom. If you'd like to jump in, please do. I'm just going to be discussing some topics here. And I see. Okay, I just changed it so I can see if anyone is in the mood to talk. It'll appear there. Okay, now, so this is what I'm looking out for. Is what is the big bomb? Because if you look at the news, what is it covering? And quite frankly, the news is not covering anything except for one thing. That's a RGB and the conversation about how Trump shouldn't elect anyone for the position of Supreme Court until after the election. We have to hold off, and of course, there's no reason at all to hold off. But But again, where is the big bomb? Where is the big bomb? As far as I can tell, I don't see any big bombs yet. There's a lot of little bombs. Looking at what's going on with the Democrat reaction to Trump being able to put up anyone to nominate, and I think that nomination is going to come so quickly. I think the only time delay that's here is more of a matter of respect for the passing of a Supreme Court justice, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So if that just allow some time for respect for that to go by, 3 days, something like that. And then we first hear, oh, it's going to be a woman, right? And we covered that on Trump's speech, and he was talking about it's going to be a woman. So good. Now we have 3 possible names of women. Great. Is it going to be one of those 3? Don't know. But none of these are the big bombshells still. So something must be happening. And I'm feeling that there's so many other things. I've told you about the big meeting in London that's happening with all the upper wealthy people that's taking place on Wednesday. Very unusual. They can only guess what it's going to be about, but there's that. The stories of Deutsche Bank, selling out a lot of financial instruments to get cash in. That for me tells me that they're so. It's kind of like a 50% discount on money. I will give you $1 billion if you give me $500 million. Right? And you think, well, sure, that's a great deal. I'll take that. And there's actually $2 trillion that's being pushed out by Deutsche Bank in this way. If they have $2 trillion to give out, and they're just getting $1 trillion in, does that seem like a bad business deal? Well, obviously there's something else going on here. If they're able to give out the $2 trillion, which they are, it's going through these their system, right, of how they create money out of nothing, right, and how that works is happening. But it's kind of like, is there going to be a problem with Deutsche Bank? Is this the big bomb? No, it just doesn't quite feel like what's going on, but it is kind of leading us there to a bunch of different things happening at one time. So we have so let's say that this review of these banks that are doing money laundering for the deep state is like 5 major banks, including Deutsche Bank as one of them. Now that just leaked now. Now this is a financial bomb that's going off. I would say that the EU may be gone in regards to if Deutsche Bank goes under. That is the German central bank. That's the only thing holding the EU financial system together, giving any value to the euros. So what does this mean? Is there a connection between this leaked information that came from X22 report and this let's say, sell on money, get it while it's hot, sell on the euro. Now, if let's say Deutsche Bank had zero money in the bank, but it was able to approve these financial instruments that put money in the others' accounts. They brought money in. That liquid money, could they do something with it? Yes. Yeah. Maybe they even buy assets. Maybe they're trying to do the same thing that the Treasury is working through the Fed and the special purpose vehicles, which is buying up all of the properties and assets on the table before everything gets shuffled. So what is about to happen here, right, is unknown. But is it a big boom in regards to our favorite posting site, our 17NES group there? Is that the bomb? I don't know. Still doesn't fit. But could it be part of it? We have the good news, also coming from the Life Force, meeting. So does it have something to do with it? That's all on the financial side, right? So it's hard to say, because what we are expecting is indictments. We're expecting indictments. We're looking at the top echelon of these three-letter agencies, whether it's the FBI, CIA, NSA, all of them in the target hairs of Durham report. Would that report hit this week? Would there be arrests this week? Is this the size of these pentatrator bombs? They're burrowing down and then explode deep underground, so there's maximum impact. So there are some interesting things that are coming about, but again, I have not pinpointed anything that says this is the Moab, the mother of all bombs. But when they show the B-2 bomber, they've referred to this as Bill Barr, B-2, two B's, Bill Barr. That would mean indictments. And it's this 4-day period. It's basically before the end of the week. At the same time that Trump's going to put out a nominee for Supreme Court Justice. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Which one will hit first? What is the narrative? Right? Which is the narrative that wants to be pushed through? I think that the narrative for the Democrats are going to be what they want is all about the Supreme Court nominee, about whoever is going to be chosen. So they're going to accuse the woman, that's coming up as they're going to call her a racist. Are they going to call her, a male chauvinist? What are they going to call one of these three women? Or it might be more than three, but there's only three names that have been floated out there into the press right now. So that it could be none of them, and someone else that Trump is going to be nominating. But what's the narrative, right? What are the Dems going to say against this woman, right? And they're going to hold hearings very quickly, and they're going to vote very quickly, probably before the election. So I can see that there's not going to be any way for the Dems to keep the narrative about how bad the Supreme Court justice that Trump chose was, with this Moab that hits. Right? How are they going to keep it up? How are they going to be able to go against whatever this Moab is going to? Let's say that it's against, let's just say Hunter Biden. Maybe that's Joe Biden. Maybe it's Obama. Maybe it's Clapper and Drennan and Comey. Any of them. let's just say it's Biden's son. And that is painting the narrative against Joe Biden as well. He's right. He's the presidential nominee, right? But you're talking about his son. Well, is that implying? Right? So all of that narrative going at the same time as they're trying to combat, on a Supreme Court justice. I don't know. I don't think they can. I think that whatever they try with the Supreme Court justice is going to be very short-lived. They're going to, of course, I'm just saying that I'm not saying they're going to drop it, but it's not, whatever they say is not going to have any traction, right? And what's going to be about the narrative is really going to be what's in these indictments. I know they're going to try and shift it, but now I think that's what's happening. I don't know for certain, but we can take a guess that along those lines. But anyway, that's what I think is going to be happening. Well, okay, what do you guys have to say? Scott, you're on there. Or you want to join in?
Hi, Dan.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
The Moab of the Moab.
The Moab of the Moab,
all
yes.
Front. Financial and indictment.
Yeah, I think something along those lines. While we're talking, I'm just going to try and put you on the screen at the same time. I don't know if I'll be successful, but just keep just as a side note, because
it's new to me too.
I'm still playing with what the best solution is for making this happen, because Zoom has been so difficult. Yeah, well, it doesn't want to show that. No, yeah, I got nothing. Can't show it. If I turn on the camera, then I can grab it and display it. In this scene, I can't really do it, but that's okay.
That's well.
So, well, what do you think of my analysis of what the Moab, this Moab's going to is coming, is about? An indictment, and it's really a battle of narratives between them wanting to downplay whatever the Supreme Court nominee is. Right? If there was no Moab, then they would just be able to focus on the Supreme Court nominee. But it's going to be a woman, so they're not going to be able to. Are they going to call her a racist? Are all these slanders that they put against them? Is it possible?
Sure, they're gonna spin it, man, to get to the narrative, but.
Okay. You put your camera on, so I'm going to see if I can make this happen. All right, so I'm going to try this. Okay, let's see what happens here now. It is running. Okay, we'll put it like that. All right, let's see if it's running. Of course, my camera's not on. I'm gonna try that. Oh, there. All right. I'm gonna go look at YouTube, see if it's not choking or not. You still there, Scott?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. All right. Okay, now you guys in the chat room, on the YouTube chat, if the video stops, let me know. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
the game plan.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I said the game plan, and it's out of orders. We don't want to disclose too much of the informations. Moab, but they're gonna try to spin the narrative, but it won't happen. Just like you said, what are they gonna say? She's a racist? That's not a nominee.
Now this would be interesting. What can they say against a woman, right? Because it really has boxed them in. They really have a big problem. If he ends up choosing, now these are just 3 nominees that have shown. It might not be any of the 3 that they've shown on the news. It could be, because Trump has a tendency of putting people out and not choosing any of them just to get all the initial flack out of the way, right? Catch all the initial explosions and everything. And now they were all damaged, and okay, it's clear the slate. Okay, now how about this one? So all the initial shots are gone. So, and then he'll bring out, say, a black woman, right?
Get all their ammo fire.
Yeah, it's like, oh, yes. So what are they going to say? Well, back in 1972, while she was in college, she
smoked weed.
Yeah, whatever. 72 might be too long ago. To say she's in college. So maybe back in 1980, she was in college, and she went to some parties. So just like take all the Kavanaugh things, right? And she was drinking, and then imply that she had more than one boyfriend, something like that. I don't know. What are they going to do? But they'll be pretty much tied up, because if say it's Comey is in the news, right? We're talking about treason. How are they going to start talking about trying to get anyone focused on a woman candidate for Supreme Court justice to replace a woman? I think it's a move and counter move.
Yeah, they box in.
Yeah. So
pretty much.
What else? Anything you've been noticing? How's life in California?
Life in California, still those corporations and the sheeple still demanding, you put on a face mask. And the next step that we're doing is, just like I said, record their violations, and later on, that's the evidence, going back, serve them, held them accountable. Personal, publicly, and privately. There's no law stating that you have to wear a mask. And
there's statutes, right? Mandates.
Yeah.
Mandates from
mandates not law.
Yeah, but that's not law. But people don't know that, right? They think, oh, well, that's the law, right? I want to, but they don't know.
If that's the law, then you would request him, okay, show me where it's written, where it's signed off, being voted into law. Show me.
Yeah, there should be a law. There should be a law that every time they say what a statute or that, they should basically say, this is not a law, this is our suggestion. And you make a proposition to do that.
He did came on video saying that he cannot make any law. It's only suggestion. He did.
Who?
Galvin.
Oh.
He did.
So Gavin Newsom comes out and says, well, this is not the law, but it's just our suggestion. But then tries to, all the business owners, they're all faced with fines and everything else. Yeah, it's a very, very odd
That's
situation.
an extortion. That's just an extortion.
Yeah.
Pretty much it's just an extortion.
Yeah, is it extortion? I guess because the fines.
People for not being complying to their mandate, and he said he cannot make any mandate. It's just a suggestion. So he's lying, and then
he must have gotten some of these filings against him or notices from the assemblies or something along those lines.
Yeah. Everybody been sending him and suing him and calling him to personally liable. And,
I guess this current lawsuit that's against him that he's really upset about is attacking him, that he basically took all the different branches of government and put it under him: the judicial, the legislative, and the executive, and he's acting as all three, right? And that's basically
dictatorship.
Yeah, which is a dictatorship, going against the Constitution. And I don't know how's the recall effort. Have you tracked that? Are they having any success in getting it through the county clerks?
They're getting signature, but I haven't heard anything yet. So nothing finalized.
Yeah, I think that when I first heard about this is already a couple weeks ago. They had already in the first week got more than enough signatures, but they were going to go for many times that, so that because they end up throwing out signatures along the way, and then in March there will be a new vote. So I don't think he
March
could.
Next month. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know who will run against him in a runoff. In a new election to basically replace him.
I don't know either.
Yeah. Well, so what else is going on?
Waiting for the news from the executive, from the banking, from Chase, whatever is just supposed to be clear today.
Oh, yeah. That's big news.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm trying not to think about it.
It's just a front just to buying time.
Well, I know that there's definitely something going on in the world, right? The whole world is now, on the financial side, is doing stuff that's, we saw this new SWIFT system. Now, some people have said it's Kim's system behind the scenes, and because they're looking at the cross-border international payment system that KIPS, associated with the SWIFT. But now it happens really fast. There's I've gotten like 3 different reports. A large amount of money arrives instantly over in international sending of big money. So obviously that's much different than it was. So, but there's no big announcement that comes out and makes that happen. This is just something that's kind of slipped in, right? So, what is it? I think it's probably Kim's system behind the scenes, but they just market it, as SWIFT, a new SWIFT, or whatever.
Yeah, I guess. Because nothing can move without Kim code, right?
Yeah.
And if they don't comply, they should retract.
Yeah. And then
here's the thing, all these violations, all this corporation violation, and we should just demand their bonds and shut them down.
Yeah. Well, now we know how to do it. all it takes is the legwork, right? And go around and get these things done, and it's happening. People are now stepping up. Hey, we've got time. You can't go to work and make money, so you might as well focus on getting rid of these people's bonds and their ways of inflicting harm upon society.
Exactly. I mean, go after them privately, because they're not conform to their oath.
Yeah. Well, I also, there's another site I was looking at. There's a T. Roth videos, and I was listening to him a video because someone posted this in the Telegram group. That he was also talking about assemblies and the same kind of work, and and listening to the video, it seems like what people were missing out, because all of these different people or the groups that are kind of doing their research about how to deal with the system, they all end up finding a piece of the puzzle, right? And so I try to listen to all of them. His piece is that it's about the social compact. You have to have a social compact, an agreement that everyone signs on to, right? And say, okay, we're going to get together, and these are our core beliefs. We put our autograph to that. Now you can't say signature anymore, right? Yes, now it's autograph. I remember when I was young, it was always autograph. Somehow along the way, it became signature. I don't know when that happened. Someone just slipped it into my brain at some point. I don't know how they did that. But, now you put your autograph, and then now you have a social compact. And from this social compact, we come together and form government. And so that's his angle on it. But he also is talking about the assemblies, and they're forming assemblies. And I don't think there's any problem with having bunches of assemblies, right? We have to learn from how they are doing their assemblies, and they have a good technique. We need to talk because it's just about the people coming together and assembling, not who's in charge.
No, it's locally and then county, local, state. Can be assembled and then selected jury, right?
Right.
Tried by the peers, right?
Right, to do the grand jury and the rest of that. So, I didn't catch the whole thing. He was talking about grand juries. A lot of people are doing, and he's saying this, you're going down the wrong road, kind of thing. It's like not the way to do it. So that's what I mean. Everyone has their experience in dealing with this, but this I think is a very good place where we could apply AI. Right. So here's the experiences of this group, and from this group, and this is how they did it. This is how they did it, and then this is what the foundation documents are, and let the AI say, yeah, this is how you have to do it.
But then who's controlling AI?
Well, we would at that point. I'm not talking about a sentient AI. Sentient AIs are even if they exist, if they exist at this point, which I really don't think they are. I think they're pretty much self-learning type of environments, but not conscious. I don't think so. Even when Google's and Facebook got together and they made their own language and started talking, and then they ended up separating them because they didn't know what they're talking about, and they were frightened. All right.
I guess they're gonna cut them out.
Yeah, they said, "Hey, it's the AI is gonna make all the money now, and they're gonna ignore us."
Finish you off.
Yeah. No, we get this, but the AI. Anyone can have AI right now. Anybody, right? You can put it on your phone app. You can get a computer that just does AI as an AI unit, but that doesn't mean that it's sentient, right? All it means is that it has the ability to better itself by learning from the repetitive tasks. That's about it, right? So, but if you can connect point A to point B, right, with these the rights and the Constitution and the Bill of Rights or the social compacts that exist, the law of nations, which is what he was referring to. If you don't know the law of nations, then there's no foundation in what you're doing. So this might be something to that you could look into. And figure out the best way to make sure that how you deal with the body that is going outside of its positions, what to file, and then automate that. If you needed file 12,000 letters, and mail them out, how do you do it, right? It's a big campaign, big organization, but you can automate things like that, and you'd be able to do something along those lines. So, just a thought. Not to mean that we need to do that tomorrow, but yeah. So anyway,
I'd like to put a call out for anybody to sign or join the Life Force, and then also if they have a project, and they can also submit to their project into the Life Force.
Yep. No, it's definitely everyone should get the Life Force app, And I always say, choose the assembly that's in your state and join that. And if there's no one in there, then you're the start.
You're the start. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's start meeting with just bring more people. Suggest more people join there, and then everybody's in. I mean, it is growing. I think in California, we're up to 50, 54, was it? People. I'll take a look. But it was growing every day when I was looking at it. Let me say. I'm going to check in the chat, make sure it's still streaming. So I don't know this comment. Someone looking at look at the top of his head. This looks like double D. I don't know what that means. So very strange. Let me go back to what's going over here. I'm going to get to Life Force app. Well, the Life Force group. Yeah, because we have good momentum. Really, it's building. That's why I saw that it. Like in 1 week, I think we added. We were at 30, and we're at 50 within a week. So that's good. Then when we're having our meetings, we're getting 20 people. So it's good start. It's loading.
Well, Dan, I gotta jump off. I gotta take care of this thing, and then.
Well, thank you for jumping on. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get at least once a week. Try to get a call in, Zoom link going. So if someone wants to call in and ask questions.
Okay, good. Yeah.
All right. Thanks again, Scott.
Thank you so much. Okay, take care. Bye.
Okay. So JD is still on. So if JD, you want to jump on, you're welcome to. So yeah, we're at 58 members now in the California Assembly. So that's good. Yeah, we're still growing every day. I'm gonna take it off of this right here. Well, I guess we've gone. We're not quite an hour, 50 minutes right now, but that's okay. We're trying to keep it to about an hour. It's okay if it goes over, and it's okay if it goes under. So for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and end the meeting for the Zoom. That way, my computer will speed up. It'll be so much nicer when I can get a updated new computer. Yeah, that will work much better. Okay, so let's say so we've got an interesting few days to come. So let's get prepared. Let's see what the Moab ends up being, and then we will see what the battle between the narratives will be between the Supreme Court Justice and who's being indicted, and what about treason. And let's see who wins this narrative battle. I think that's what we're going to see. Okay, I guess that is it for now. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Please, if you would like to donate, my donation link is down below. So please do what you can. And if you want to contact me, my Telegram link is down below. Easy to talk that way as well. If you want, my email is also down below. You can send me an email. It sometimes takes me a few days to get to them on email.